Okay, you guys, I'm just going to start over a little bit right here and explain this. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're given the line segment AB. A starts at 3, 4. B starts at 6, 10. And we have to divide this segment in so that there's a 3:2 ratio. And we're going to find point P. So there's a 3:2 ratio from A to B. Well, if we divide that up, P is going to, if we go 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, and divide it into the 5 parts, P would be right here, because that's 3 units away from A, and then 2 units from P to B. Okay, so we're going to divide that up, and we're going to start from point A, and point A is, and we're going to go 3/5 the distance across this line, and that's why we came up with 3 by taking the first number of the ratio over the 3 plus 2, the total number of the ratio, 5. So we got 3/5 right here. And so this is the little formula, guys, to find the x-coordinate. We're going to start with the x-coordinate of A. What's the x-coordinate of A, everybody? 3. And we're going to add to it, and we're going to go 3/5 the distance to the x-coordinate of B. Now, I want you to look at this right here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, not 3/5 of 6, 3/5 of the distance from 3 to 6. What's the distance from 3 to 6? 3. Okay, and so we're going to go 3/5 of that 3 right there. And that's going to be equal to our x-coordinate. Okay, to get our y-coordinate, we are going to start at the y-coordinate for A. What's the y-coordinate for A? 4. And we're going to go up 3/5 vertically of what? How tall is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay? We're going to go 3/5 of 6. So this distance right here is 6. Now, I want you guys to see, remember the slope formula we were just looking at a second ago? I want you to think of x2 minus x1. Well, if I did x2 minus x1, x2 is 6, x1 is 3, so I'm going 6 minus 3 is 3. That was my horizontal distance, my run, right? y2 minus y1 would be my rise, and y2 is 10 minus y1 is 4, which is 6, and that's how you can get 6. Because on the problems I'm going to be giving you, I'm not going to be drawing it on a graph like this. So you're not going to be able to look at it like this and say 3 and 6 right there. You're going to have to use these two formulas right here. Okay, x2 minus x1 and y2 minus y1 to come up with those distances. Okay, everybody in your calculator, type in 3 plus 3/5 times 3. What do we get? $4.8. Okay, type in 4 plus 3/5 times 6. What do you get? What did you get? 4 plus 3/5 times 6 is 7.6, right? Okay, so look, I'm going to go to 4.8. 1, 2, 3, 4.8 is about right there. So right there. And up 7.6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.6. About right there. My line's a little bit low, so if I raise it up a little bit, that'd be right there. That's point P. Does that look like it divides it into 3:2 ratio? So there's 3 parts here and 2 parts here. It's not a distance of 5. It's not the same units as we're using to get the 3 and the 6. It's just dividing it into a ratio of 3:2. What was that? Could I do 2 over 5? If I did what? Came from which point? B. Because if I went from point B, I could use the 2/5 and just come 2/5 the distance from point B. No, that's a good question. What determines that I went from point A? Because this is a directed line segment. look at the question I asked you from the start. What did it say? How do you find the point on a directed line segment that what? Can't read your own handwriting? Okay. If this is how you tell, Zach. We started, I mean, I said a 3 to 2 ratio from A to B, right? From segment AB. Since A was written first, we start at A. And B is written second, we go to B. So if it said from B to A, then we would go from B to A back this way. We would have gone 3 this way and then down 2. Okay? So it's the 3 to 2 ratio right there. And we found our point. It's 4.8, 7.6 is that point P right there. That's our assignment. Do you want to try another problem? Because it's different if the slope is negative. Let's try one more. Well, it's called homework when I don't give you much time to do it. Okay, let's do this one. Let's call this A and this B. And let's go down here like this. Whoops, that wasn't a very straight line. And you guys, tell me what points those are. I think this one's -4, 5. Is that right? 7, -2. What ratio do you guys want to use? I mean, we could do that, but 4 to 2 ratio. Well, that's 4 to 2 is a 2 to 1 ratio. 4 to 3. I like that 4 to 3. Let's go 4 to 3. So how many parts does that break the line into? 7 parts, because 4 plus 3 is 7. So if we're gonna if we're gonna go from A to B, how far along that line am I gonna go? What percentage or what fraction? 4/7. Okay, because first number listed is 4. We're gonna start at A. So we're going to list X right here. X equals, and by the way, I want to show you this. My vertical distance going down right here, if I go 5 minus a -2 is what? 7, right? But I'm going down, so I should go -2 minus 5. It's down. It's a -7. Okay? You always go from point A to point B. So even if I went this way, the run is positive and the rise is negative, right? And then how far is it this way? -4 minus 7 is -11, but this case it's +11. Okay? So that's the run. So we're going to just do this. We're going to start at the starting point for A. What's the starting point for A, you guys, for the X coordinate? -4. My X coordinate for A is -4. I'm going to add to it 4/7 of what? Of 11. Because 11 is the X is the run, right? Everybody type that in your calculator. What do we get? -4 plus 4/7 of 11. 10.29. Everybody agree with that? 10.29. That doesn't sound right. Yeah. 10.29 is not right, because that would put us clear out here. We wouldn't even be on the line. What did you guys get? 2 point what? 2.28. That sounds better. Okay? All right. Then Y, what am I going to write for Y, you guys? 5. Why 5? Because it's the Y coordinate of A, right? Plus what? 4/7 of the rise, which is -7. Okay, what is that? One, yeah. 1. So at 2.28, 1, I'm going to go over 2.28. Got right there, up 1. It's right there. Is that on the line? This is how you can check to see if you got P right, is if it's on the line. 2.28, comma, 1. Any questions there? Yep. Yeah. Yeah. I would, well, let's do it this way. If A is on the left and B is on the right, and it's going down, then you know it's going to be a negative slope, and you know that y has to be the rise has to be a negative number, right? It's going down. If it's going up left to right, it's a positive slope. Okay. Now, if you're going backwards this way, if you're going from this point, the rise would be positive and the run would be negative. So x would be a negative number. I would always check your point to see if it's going to be on the line somewhere. By the way, does that look like 4/7 of the way, 4 to 3 ratio, you guys? 4 there, 3 to there. 4 is a little bit more than 3, right? Say that again. It will tell you in the instructions, yes. Exactly. However it lists if it says A to B, if it says AB, segment AB, then you're going from A to B. If it says segment BA, then you're going from B to A. Got it? Okay, I'm going to give you your assignment.